What is up, my frosty brethren? My name is Arctic, and today I'm bringing you guys one of my Gears of War discussion videos. Today I'm going to be talking about stopping power and kind of weapon balance a little bit. And I'm just kind of curious. This is really going to be a really short video because I've talked about stopping power and weapon balance previously, and I'll probably elaborate on it some more in the future. But you know, I felt like I wanted to kind of get a gauge for how people kind of felt about weapon balance overall. I know there's a portion of you that played Judgment, and if you played Judgment and if you've heard me talk about it, or some of the other Gears pro players and that competitive scene that's talked about it from a balance standpoint, weapon balance standpoint, I think everyone kind of unanimously agreed that weapon balance was probably the best that we've seen so far in Gears of War. Now, again, that's whatever takeaways you have from Gears of War Judgment. I know a lot of people you can't even mention it without somebody getting mad about it. So, you know, taking that into account and thinking about Gears of War 3's balance, the big difference was stopping power between the two. And there was a big discussion, I think, around the removal of stopping power for a very long time and how it felt. I even think they tested in Gears of War 3 in a playlist, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember which one it was called. But, you know, I think a lot of people looked at stopping power, and especially with Gears of War 3, thought that it really de-emphasized the ability to rely on your teammates, which I felt like in Gears of War, at least 1 and, well, for the most part 2, you had to heavily rely on your teammates in order to make things happen. You could be an all-star if you want, but team shooting in Gears of War was one of the things that I kind of gravitated towards, because it just, especially in Gears 1, it really separated itself from a lot of other games, because you had to rely on your teammates to cross in a lot of situations if you were going to use rifles, and you had to get in close, and that would be the determining factor for your 1v1s would be shotguns. So it was like this very distinct style of play. You could have this team shooting team, or you could have these individual players that were really strong shotgun players, and they would do work in 1v1 scenarios. So, you know, that dichotomy between the two, having those two different types of styles of play, really made that interesting to me. And I felt like Gears of War 3, with the rifle strength, really de-emphasized that. There was players that could just run around with the Lancer or the Hammer Burst, which Hammer Burst has kind of been an issue since Gears 2, but they could run around with those and basically not have to necessarily move a whole lot from their positions. They could sit in one spot, you know, blare their you know, Lancer or Hammer Burst in one specific position, and make it super difficult for players to get in on them unless, you know, power weapons were up and they didn't grab a boom shot or something like that. It just made it hard to move around the map, and made the map flow a lot slower in some cases than I think a lot of people liked. And I think there were some people that, you know, disliked shotgun play and thought that the stopping power was good. And I felt like it was introduced to kind of mitigate players that weren't very strong shotgun players, that didn't have a very good shot overall from Gears of War 1, and you know, kind of assisted them in their ability to down players that would just rush. So, you know, I'm really interested to hear what you guys have to say about weapon balance in general. Are you for stopping power? Are you against it? What game do you feel like has the best balance overall? Again, I'm of the belief that Judgment probably had the best feeling weapon balance across all the weapons that were in that game versus any other Gears game that I've played thus far, barring Gears 1, which was, I'd say, pretty balanced overall. There were some inconsistencies with a number of weapons, but that's neither here nor there. I'm very anxious to hear what you guys have to say. And, you know, we'll get some more elaborative discussions here going soon, but this is just a short, quick video. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. I got plenty more Gears discussion videos. There's a whole playlist now. It's like 15 videos deep. If you've missed one, you can go back and watch them now. And until the next time, I will catch you all later. Stay frosty.
We'll win this war. I can feel it.
So you missed my previous Gears video, huh? Well, luckily for you, it's right there. Just click right there. Come on. What are you waiting on? Just click. Click it. It's right there for you. Come on. This is unnecessary.